What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. That's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my Monday Night Raw review. The Raw after Clash of Champions. How was it? Was it exciting? Was it excellent? Was it great? Was it boring? Was it eh? We'll break it down, go piece by piece, and I'll let you know at the end. So here we go. Raw kicks off with Roman Reigns versus Rusev in a rematch from Clash of Champions for the United States Championship. The match started off with Rusev being dominant. Roman Reigns tried to come back a lot of times, but could not. And eventually, their match spilled into the WWE Universe, and both were counted out. So, obviously, they're going for one more match, and it'll be at Hell in a Cell. And it's funny because Hell in a Cell is on October 30th, the same day as Monday Night Football, just like last year. And I'm thinking, God. Well, it wasn't on October 30th last year. At least I don't think it was. But last year, Sunday Night Football, it was the Eagles and the Panthers. And we obviously lost the game. But this year, it's the Eagles and the Cowboys. And I'm like, I want to see the game, but I want to watch the pay-per-view. You get what I'm saying? It's like, it's so hard. Because I'm going to be paying attention to both, But, as for the match itself, I gave it a B because it showcased how great Roman was. And Roman, he got his boos, and he's always going to get his boos until he convinces the WWE Universe. But for the most part, it was cheers, and it was good, so I'm loving it. Hopefully, this can turn your people's opinions around about him and actually give the man a chance, rather just booing him the moment you see him. So, next, Foley addresses the 7-man match between Cesaro and Sheamus, and I was praying, hoping that we didn't have to see another match, and we didn't. In fact, he said that they will get a championship opportunity, but it'll be for the tag team championships instead. And what's his name? Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret actually called that. He said they might actually team up and go for the tag team titles, and that's interesting. So you got to give it up to Brian Zane for that, for calling that right. And so obviously they're like, no, I don't want to work with that guy. But it's interesting because I'm wondering, Sheamus is heel, Cesaro's face. I'm wondering which one of them is going to turn. I heard in the past that WWE wants to turn Sheamus face, so maybe they do that. But then you have a face versus face for the tag team titles, which, Vince doesn't believe in face versus face. So I'm thinking maybe the New Day will turn heel, or maybe Cesaro will turn heel. So we'll see. We'll see how the weeks go. And the number one contender would be determined by who won the next match, which would be a rematch between the New Day and the Club, which the New Day retained. Every time I think the New Day is going to lose, they always prove me wrong, and they always win. I'm shocked by it. I'm glad they're still the tag team champions. Obviously, they, like I said earlier, if Sheamus and Cesaro, one of them's got to turn heel or face. And I'm thinking Sheamus is going to turn first, and they might turn the New Day heel again just to keep them going. And I'm thinking, well, when will they lose the tag team titles, and to who? And so I'm thinking, well, who could it be, 474. That's the longest running tag team championship record ever. WWE may be going for that. They might. And it's not out of the question, because if you remember, CM Punk was WWE champion for 434 days. So it's not out of the question that the New Day could hold the titles for 500 days. So we'll see. We will see. We'll see how long they can hold on to their titles. But at this point, I keep picking against them now. At this point, I'm thinking they're going to lose. But they keep proving me wrong. So next, we have Bayley versus Jobber, and I gave it a C because obviously Bayley needs to build back her momentum after being pinned on Monday night and then being pinned again on Sunday night. So it's great for her, and gave it a C. Nothing really else to talk about. Next, we have the Cruiserweights and in a tag team match, and the black guys won. I don't remember their names. Their names are so long. First of all, last names are so dumb, okay? Yeah, we got Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, John Cena. Those are names easy to remember. And the other guys, their names I remember too, but I don't feel like writing them down. So, but the one thing about the Cruiserweights I will say is that they don't have no story. They don't have no background. Yeah, they're doing pre-taped things, but we really don't know anything about them besides Brian Kendricks, and not even a lot of people know him. So if they want to make the cruiserweights more interesting, they got to give them a story. They got to give them some kind of background. Otherwise, they'll be lost in the wind like Apollo Crews. All right, so next we've got Cesaro and Sheamus in action. They came out and they did the whole angry slap thing to each other. Sheamus picked up the win for the team when he broke kicked both of their opponents. They were facing jobbers, and Cesaro got the pin, and that was it. And they were trying to do each other in celebration. So, eventually they're going to try and become friends or whatever like that. Because all of a sudden it would just click. But next we have Sasha Banks confronting Charlotte, asking for a rematch, and Charlotte granting it to her for next week on Raw. But obviously this was for the ratings. Ever since SmackDown Live has gone on, Raw's ratings have been dropping, especially Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football was back, so people have been watching football. But last week I was watching the Eagles game and watching Monday Night Raw. So it's doable. But I love my Eagles, man. I really do. And what they're on right now, I gotta watch them. But at the same time, I can understand why they have not one but two title matches next week, because T.J. Perkins is actually defending his Cruiserweight Championship against Brian Kendricks next week on Raw. So with that and the fact that the debate was on yesterday, I didn't even watch Raw. I was watching the debate. So it's like I understand why they have the title matches out. So, hopefully it works for them. I don't know who's facing next Monday night. It's not us, so I'm not worried about it. I'll be watching Raw unless I don't have to work. So I just knocked out two things at the same time. So Charlotte, Sasha Banks thing, that was a C. I'm looking forward to that. Don't know if she'll win or not, but I think not. Maybe Dana Brooke will get involved and then setting up for Hell in a Cell, and they can say, oh, Dana Brooke's banned from ringside or whatever like that, right? So, then obviously T.J. Perkins versus Tony Nese. The match was okay for what it was. I finally saw his entrance, and it's a video game type entrance, and again, they don't have a story. I know from what I heard Daniel Bryan say that this man used to be living on the street. So, obviously I'm glad he went from living in the street to, being where he is now. But again, at the same time, the Cruiserweights have no story. We don't know who they are. Brian Kendrick's story is, I got released in 2009, and it was my mission to make sure I got back to the WWE, and I made it, and I'm not going to let this opportunity slip me by. That's kind of a story. So if you can do that for other people, then the other Cruiserweights, again, the WWE said they're limiting their moves because they don't want them to get hurt, but the Cruiserweights are known for that. So if you limit them to what it is, then people aren't going to care. So maybe just loosen the reins a little bit. I understand, like, especially what I said yesterday when Cesaro took the dive out of the ring. I'm thinking, yo, man, they need to stop doing stuff like this. But, just loosen the reins a little bit, not too much and go full out, because reasons like that is why Daniel Bryan had to retire. So, just a little bit. Not a whole bunch, but a little bit. Then we had the highlight reel with Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. It was kind of boring till Enzo and Cass came out. Seth Rollins tried to come out and, get in the ring with them, but he has bruised ribs and he wasn't allowed to compete or take any bumps, I'm guessing, tonight. So, he didn't do anything. But Enzo and Cass came out, and it was a funny segment because Jericho was like, "You're on the list. You're on the list." It's just the funny things that Jericho are doing, stupid idiot and list, and it's just proves why he is probably one of the greatest WWE superstars of all time. So he's like, "You're on the list," and Enzo was just like, "Who do you think you are, Santa Claus? Making a list, checking it twice for spelling errors and everything like that." And Jericho's like, "Maybe I am Santa Claus. Maybe I'll come out there and sit on your lap." And we're like, "What did you just say? You're going to come out there and you're going to sit on my lap?" And that was funny. I was bagging up when I heard that, man. That was funny, bro. Addy over here talking about the debate was funny. No, Jericho saying that he's going to sit on Enzo or Big Cass's lap, that was funny. And so, obviously, it led into a match. I gave that segment a B, by the way. Oh, no. But then, obviously, it led into a match, and the match was great. Again, Kevin Owens, the best trash talker while in the match. He's arguing with the referee. This man should have even left NXT yet. It was just so funny, man. Kevin Owens, bro. I gotta give it up to him, bro. Got to give it up to him. But Enzo and Cass lost the match, keeping Kevin Owens' momentum going. You can tell a little bit throughout the stuff, that segment and during the match, that Kevin Owens was kind of getting sick and tired of Jericho. So I don't know if KO's going to turn on him or Jericho's going to turn on him because he wants another title opportunity. But we will definitely see where it leads up in the next couple of weeks. And that has pretty much been the video for today. I gave the match a B. Overall, from what I saw, I think Raw was average. So I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Maybe even a 6.5. Nothing to sneeze about. The Raw wasn't really interesting until, for the first match, it was good. And for the last match, it was good. But in between, it was eh. So obviously, I can definitively say now that SmackDown Live is beating Raw. Why is that? I don't know. I don't want to say it's because of Raw's third hour, though they have to put out more content. But it's just, I don't know what SmackDown's doing, but they're working. Maybe it's just because I want to see Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles and John Cena. Maybe it's, I don't know what it is, but whatever they're doing, it's working, and Raw is not looking good. So I just find it interesting how Vince put SmackDown on Tuesday and made it live, so SmackDown get more viewers, and now because of that, SmackDown Live is getting more viewers than Raw. So I just find that interesting how now Raw is the new old SmackDown and how SmackDown Live is the new Raw. So I just find that interesting. But that's pretty much been the video for today. Come back tomorrow for the SmackDown Live review. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out.